Good evening all. Am I audible? Yes, Satya, Shalini, good evening. Mamata, good evening. Okay, so this is Indra from Pantech E Learning. So today we are in our 18th day of this 21 days masterclass, right? So today we are going to talk about face recognition and identification. So in the last session we have learned about what we have learned. It's face detection, right? So today we are going to learn facial recognition. So before that we need to install some library for that. So let us start. I have already done this process. So let me tell you how to do that, and you just need to follow all these steps. You will get in the downloadables also, right? So this is how you can install facial recognition library. So in the previous session we have learned how to detect faces, that you could have your camera or you can have your Raspberry Pi camera running, and then you could look at the streaming video, you could look at each frame, you could find the faces and then draw a box around the faces. That is face detection, right? We have just used with the picture. So today we are just not just going to detect the faces, but also be able to recognize who is it that you have found. Okay, so this is why we need to install this library. So for that, first you can just go to your terminal and you can just follow up all these commands. First you need to update, and then you need to go for the second command one by one. Just go one by one. After this particular line, you will be having one directory called dlib-19.17. So you have to get into that particular library, and into that particular library you will have some things called dlib. You have to list it. You can able to see something called dlib. In that particular folder you can able to see something like CUDA. Okay, so in that CUDA it will show you so many things over that. So in that particular CUDA directory you have to go for gedit CUDA nn, I mean CUDNN dlib pi.cpp. So in that particular gedit thing you have to go for search like forward algo. Okay, so in that thing you can search for forward algo, which is equal to forward best plus algo. I mean it's just nothing but algorithm. You just need to command this particular line. That is the mandatory step. So command this particular line and get back to this particular directory, and over this directory you can able to see something like setup.py. Okay, so click on that and then go for these two steps: sudo python3 setup.py install and sudo pip3 install face recognition. This is how you can install all these steps. Okay, so now we are going to do our first program where we actually recognize faces or identify faces. So we are going to find the faces, put the box around them, and then we are going to say who is in that particular box. Let's start with some real examples. Okay, so let's start. And one more thing I just want to share you with is that I have already some set of images. I just got that particular set of images from internet. Okay, so I'm having something like in masterclass, but you can create your own thing. So here I'm having one folder called face recognizer. Okay, so inside I'm having like demo images. I'm having two folder. One is known folder. Here I'm having few pictures and I have named it. This is all the JPG format. Okay, so here I have named all the stuff. This is my known folder, and also I'm having something called unknown folder with the same persons. Okay, both folder have same persons. Some persons may be a different person, but I have separated this by two folder. One is known folder with I have provide some names over there, and another folder is called unknown folder. Okay, so here I am having just name like U1, U2, U3. I got all these from the internet. You can use your own photos, your friends' photos, or you can go whatever the pictures that you like. I mean, it should be a person image. Okay, so whoever the picture, it can be. So here I'm already having this kind of stuff. So over here, known and unknown. Okay, so let it be, and let us get into our Visual Studio Code now. Okay, okay, so let's start over, right? So first I'm going to check. Okay, so for that, after installation you have to check with this library whether it is successfully installed or not. So face recognition. Okay, so this particular library imports the face recognition library, a Python library for face detection and recognition task. It simplifies the use of machine learning models for detecting and recognizing human faces in images. Okay, and then import CV2, and then let me print the version of our CV2 over here. Okay, so CV2 dot underscore underscore version underscore underscore. Okay, so let me run and check it once. It should print the version over here. It will take some time because this library work like this. It will took some time to run all those steps. Okay, so here we are having 4.1.1, so I don't have any error over here because I have already successfully installed all those steps. Okay, so it's working. We successfully loaded things without any error. Okay, so now we are going to find the faces. Now we are going to load our first image. So in the past we would load the image into OpenCV by using cv2.imread, something like that, right? Here we are going to read it into the face recognition software. Okay, so we are going to load the unknown image first. Okay, so for that I am going to take something called image. Okay, here I am going to use face recognition dot load underscore image underscore file. So I have taken a variable called image face underscore recognition dot load image file. So inside we need to provide the path of that particular picture that I want to pass over here. So I am taking the pictures from the unknown folder. Okay, so let me get into unknown folder. Let me take this U3 JPG picture. Okay, so I'm going to right click it, go to properties. I'm going to pass the path over here. You can able to know the path over here, parent folder. Right click on it, select all, copy this thing, and you can get back over here and you can just paste that particular path. Okay, and then the name is u3.jpg, right? So let me check it once. u3.jpg. Okay, so you should give the path correctly, then only you can able to get the output without any error. Okay, okay, so this particular line loads the images that located at the specified path into the variable image. Okay, okay, so now okay, so Patan Ilyas, I will convey this to your coordinator and she will talk to you, right? If you attend all the sections, I mean without any fail to fill your attendance in this, definitely you will get your certificate. Don't worry about it. I'll throw this to your coordinator and she will handle it. Okay, okay, you can also talk to your coordinator also, right? So now this particular line, I mean load image file method from face recognition reads the image file and converts it into a NumPy array for further processing. So the results array represent the image as pixel data. Okay, so now let's detect all the faces present in the image. Okay, so whoever having issues with the name list, you can talk to your coordinator. You are having your WhatsApp group, right? So mention your name and your attendance list. She will coordinate you. So you must fill all the attendance form, then only you will get your certificate. So please talk to your coordinator, and I will also convey this to her, right? Okay, so here I am going to take something like face locations, which is equal to, here I am going to give something like face recognition dot face locations. Inside I am going to pass the image variable. Okay, so the function face recognition dot face locations use as a pre-trained model to locate faces. So it returns a list of tuples where each tuple corresponds to a detected face and contains 4 values, right? Top, right, bottom and left, that coordinates of the bounding box around the face. Okay, so now I'm just going to print it. So print, we need to pass the face locations, that's it. Okay, that's it. So it output the list of detected face coordinate. So each tuple in the list specifies the location of the face in the image. For example, if you get something like 34, 150, 82, 102, something like that, in the sense the top will be the 34 pixels of the top of the image, and the 150 will be the right 150 pixels from the left edge, and bottom 82 pixels from the top of the image. So top, bottom, right and left, that is the thing. Okay, so now let's run and see what will happen. Okay, it will take few seconds to run actually. This guy is okay, 4.1.1, and it should print. Yeah, we got something here like 440, 860, 663, 637, because I have uploaded a picture. In that particular picture we are having 2 persons, right? So this is for one person and this is for another person. So here we found 2 faces, and this is the row and column of the upper left corner, and this is the row and column of the bottom right corner of the first face. Okay, so first one is the corner of the first face, and second one is the corner of the second face. Okay, so now let's read that particular image. Now we just got only a location of that particular image, right? So now we are going to read that particular image. So how to do that? For that, we are going to the conversion, the conversion of the color space. Okay, so let's move into that. Okay, so here I am going to use one more thing called image again. cv2 dot cvt color, convert color. Inside I am going to pass image comma cv2 dot color underscore bgr, sorry not bgr, rgb to bgr. Okay, so this particular line converts the image's color format from RGB, which is used by face recognition, to BGR, which is used by OpenCV. So OpenCV assumes images are in BGR format. So this conversion ensures the compatibility for further processing. Okay, so now I am going to show it. So cv2 dot imshow. So inside I am going to pass the window name. Let it be my window. Okay, and I am going to pass the variable name, which is nothing but image, and then cv2 dot move window. Instead I am going to pass the window name, which is my window, and then x and y coordinate 0, 0. Okay, and then if cv2 dot wait key, inside I am going to pass just 0, and then which is equal to or of q. If you press q, it will quit the window. Sorry, I need to end it with a colon here, right? Now let's destroy all the windows. cv2 dot destroy all windows. Here it should be in lowercase I, right? So let me run it and see do we have any error or not. Okay, what will happen? 4.1.1, it should read that particular image. Yes, we got it. We read that particular image. This is what the image I have just passed. Okay, so let me quit it. Okay, so here this program will load an image file and detect phases in the image using a machine learning model and prints the coordinates of the phase around it, right? So this particular code can be a part of larger application for tasks like identifying people in photos or creating face recognition systems or even just making face locations in an image. So now we have learned how to load an image using face recognition library, right? And we have learned how to find the faces and we have printed it out, the locations of the two faces. Okay, so now I'm going to box them. I'm going to box the face alone. Okay, so now let's boxing the faces. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that let it be. So we need all these lines, so let it be. And okay, so after this I'm going to add something. Okay, here I'm going to use one for loop, right? So instead I'm going to just give like row 1 comma column 1 comma row 2 comma column 2. Okay, so in face locations, so inside this particular loop, so this particular loop it iterates over each detected phases bounding box in the face location list. Okay, so row 1 is the top coordinate, column 1 is the left coordinate, row 2 is the bottom coordinate and column 2 is the right coordinate. So column 1, column 2 is left and right, row 1, row 2 is top and bottom. Okay, so now let's draw a rectangle around each detected phase on the image. So you are having the WhatsApp group, right? So masterclass members are all having a common WhatsApp group. In that particular group they will provide all the steps. Okay, so if you didn't join this in, just join to that particular group. Okay, so after this I'm going to use cv2 dot rectangle. So instead I'm going to pass the image comma and here I'm going to pass column 1 comma row 1 comma and here I'm going to pass column 2 comma row 2 and then the color of the rectangle box. Okay, so 0 comma 0 comma 255 and let's end it with the thickness of that particular stuff. Okay, so here did I just mistakenly give 2 column something? Okay, so here it should be closed and here let me delete this. So this yeah, this is correct. Okay, so column 1 and row 1 top left corner of the rectangle, column 2 row 2 bottom right corner of the rectangle. This is nothing but the color of the rectangle. This is a red in BGR format. Okay, and then this is the thickness of the rectangle, border in pixels. Okay, so remaining everything is same, we can just go with it. So let me run it and check do we have the successful output or not. Actually today's attendance link will be posted in the WhatsApp group. We are not going to provide attendance link in the chat box in live today. So today's attendance link will be posted in your WhatsApp group. So you can go and grab that link over the WhatsApp. Okay, so after finishing your today's session, coordinator will provide you the attendance link in your WhatsApp group. I'm telling you this again and again. Please go and grab it in your WhatsApp group. So you see here, this program loads an image first and detect the phases in it, right? So it converts the image format for compatibility with OpenCV and it draws rectangle around the detected phases and then displays the modified image in the window now. So now we have learned how to recognize phases using face recognition library, right? So now we need to learn the phases. To learn a phase, you have got to load that particular phase and then you have to encode the phase. Okay, so let me quit this and let's see what will happen. Okay, I can't able to use this Jetson Nano remotely in my laptop. I'm actually connected this with my external monitor, and then I came to this VNC viewer and then I'm using it. If I disconnect the external monitor, I can't able to use this in laptop. There is some issue with this. That's why I'm connecting like this. Maybe that's why it's little bit blurry, I think. So sorry for that. I can't do anything. I have tried so many times, but I can't able to connect it remotely without an external monitor. Maybe that's the issue. It may be look blurry to you. Okay, so now we are going to learn a phase. Okay, so how to learn a phase? After this particular line, I'm going to include one more line. Okay, so I'm going to insert the path. Now we are going to load an image of a person into a NumPy array for processing. We are going to insert a path. Okay, so Donald Trump, I'm going to take the name as Don Face. Okay, we are having two images over there, Don and yes, I know you are coming here for learning, but I'm facing some issue over here. That's why I'm telling you this. Maybe this is the issue. I'm not telling you that I don't care like that something, right? So you should also understand my situation, right? I tried so many times, but I can't able to connect it remotely. That's why I'm connecting with another monitor and then I'm using VNC viewer. I said that may be an issue. Okay, so here I'm going to use like face recognition dot face underscore encodings. Okay, so here I'm going to pass the Don face name inside. After this I'm going to use something like 0. Okay, so this line encodes the facial features of the loaded image into a numerical vector. Here the 0 ensures only the first phase encoding is taken, assuming there is only one phase in that particular image. Okay, so now let's load another person's image, which is nothing but Nancy Pelosi, who are Don's wife. Okay, so Nancy face. You can take whatever the picture that you want. Okay. Okay, so Nancy face, which is equal to Nancy recognition dot load underscore image file. Okay, oops, I did the wrong thing actually over here. We need to insert the path first, right? I didn't even insert the path. Attendance link will be posted in your WhatsApp group. Don't ask for attendance because today I'm not going to post attendance in the chat box. You should get your attendance link in your WhatsApp group, not in the live, right? So you can all of you can get your attendance link to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so let us just do one thing here. Let me enter this. This is actually Don encode. Okay, so face recognition dot face encodings. Don face inside I have path. Here actually I have to pass the path. So face recognition dot load underscore image underscore file. So inside I have to pass the file name. So let me pass it before. Nancy face recognition dot load image file. Here also we need to pass the path over here. Okay. Okay. And after that, now for Nancy encode, which is equal to face recognition dot face encodings. Here I am going to pass the Nancy face. Here also I am going to pass 0. So now let's pass the path. Okay, so here you can just go for where it is known folder. Okay, this is unknown folder, right? Known folder. Here I am having Donald Trump. Let me click it, go to properties, and here I have to select all let me copy this, and here I'm going to paste that path and the file name also. What is the file name? Okay, so let me copy this and let me paste the name over here also. Okay, donaldtrump.jpg. okay, so here also I need to pass the Nancy's photos path. So let me cancel this. Where it is? Here it is. Properties, we need to select all. Let me copy the path over here and we need to paste it over here, and then the folder, the picture name, Nancy Pelosi .jpg. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Okay, so now we have successfully passed the paths over here. Okay, so this is how you can pass your path. Okay, so now after this I'm going with some more thing which is called encodings. Okay, so here I'm going to pass something like Don encode comma Nancy encode. Okay, so here we are going to create a list of names corresponding to the encoded phases. So these names will be used to identify the matched phases. Okay, so for that I'm going to create a names. Here I'm going to give the name like the Donald, and her name is Nancy Pelosi. Okay, so let it be. And now let's specify the font type that to be used for displaying the text on the image. Okay, so font which is equal to cv2 dot font Hershey simplex. This is the font that I'm going to use. Okay, and then I'm going to create one more variable called text image, right? Okay, we are going to load an image containing unknown phases that need to be identified. Okay, so here test image face recognition dot load image file. With this picture we are going to cross check. So what picture we can pass over here? So we need to go for, we have already passed two phases, that is a known folder, right? So now I am going to pass one picture from unknown folder and we are going to check whether it is detected the person's face correctly or not. In this picture we are having Donald Trump and his wife Nancy Pelosi, right? So this is in unknown. So I am going to pass this picture, the path of this. It should print the correct name of the person over here. So let me copy this and I am going to pass the path over here. Okay, so let me paste it and u3.jpg, I think that is the thing, right? Okay, so same. Okay, so now just a minute, did I do anything wrong over here? Okay. You're having something like here. Just a minute, let me check with, I have passed Nancy's Dawn face, Nancy face, encode phases, right? And then encodings, names, and then the font that I want to think, test image. Okay, so this is the line actually, right? So let me erase this because we don't need location anymore. So after this particular line, okay, so here now let's detect all the face positions. So I'm going to take the name called positions, which is equal to face recognition dot face locations. Here I'm going to pass the test image. Okay, so it will detect all the face position in the test image as a list of tuples, like top, right, bottom, left for each detected faces. Okay, and then all encodings. Here face recognition face encodings. Here I am going to pass test image and then face positions. Okay, so it compute the face encodings for all detected faces in the test image. So it uses the detected face positions for precise encoding. And then now let's convert the image color format from BGR to RGB to BGR. Okay, so for that we have already done this over here. So let me change this to test image. Okay, so let it be test image. CV2 dot convert color. Here we need to pass test image comma CV2 dot color RGB to BGR. So here it's time for getting into loop to detect face positions and its corresponding encoding everything. So for that, for now, let me erase this, and here I'm going to a different loop over here, like top, right, bottom and left. Okay, and after this face encoding in zip. So instead I'm gonna pass face positions all encodings. Okay, so let me end it with a colon, and inside I'm going to give the name like unknown person. Okay, so this line initialize the name variable with the default value for unidentified faces. So now we need to compare the current phase encoding with all the known phases encoding. So for that I am going to use a variable called matches. Okay, so here I am going to pass face recognition. I am going to compare. So compare phases. Here I am going to pass encodings comma phase encoding. Okay, so this particular line returns a list of boolean values indicating whether each known phase matches the current phase or not. So now let's check if any of the known phases matches the current phase encoding using if condition. So if true in matches, then first match index, I'm going to give something like matches dot index. Here I'm going to pass true. Okay, so this line find the index of the first matching phase from the matches list, and then I'm going with the names over here. First match index. Okay, so this should be first. So this particular line retrieves the name of the matched phase using the first match index. Now let's draw a red rectangle to the detected phases. Okay, so now let me get out of this particular loop, and let me scroll this over here. And now CV2 dot rectangle test image left and top, okay, and then right and bottom and color, so let it be red. So 0, 0, 255 and the thickness is 2, okay. And now let's write the name of the identified person above the rectangle. So for that, CV2 dot put text. So instead I'm going to pass test image and name, and then left top -6, and then font 0.75, and then the color 0, 255, 255, and then the thickness, okay. So let me check it once. Test image, name, left top -6, and then the font and -75, and then the color and then the thickness. So top -6 coordinate the text placement, and then the font type defined earlier, right? So 0.75 is the font scale, and then this will be the yellow color, and 2 is the thickness of the text, and remaining everything is same. CV2 dot im show, and here instead of image it will be like test image, right? And my window is the same, let it be. And CV2 dot move window, this is the x and y coordinate. If CV2 dot wait key, if I press Q, it will think. So let us check and see. It will detect that unknown picture with the correct name or not, okay. It should detect Donald Trump and his wife Nancy Pelosi with the correct name, because we just got that picture from the unknown folder, right? So we trained with the known picture, and we just something all encodings, okay. So where is 19th line? Encodings, it should be in small n, right? Okay. .1.1, okay. Another thing, encoding, which line? 21, where it is? Here. There are so many mistakes, spelling mistake. So be careful when you are typing, right? I think now we got our output. No, everything is okay, right? Okay. Yeah, we got it. The Donald and Nancy Pelosi. So here we encode faces of known people, which is Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi, and detect and encode the faces in a test image. This is not a known folder image, right? This is the test image. And compare the detected faces with known faces to find matches, and then draws rectangle and label the matched faces, and finally display the result in a window, okay. So what if we check with some other picture? So see, I have taken U3, right, from unknown. So what if I change with some other picture? Let it be U1. We are having 12 picture, I think 12 or 13. So let's check it with different thing. So attendance link we posted in your WhatsApp group, not in the live, right? So today only you will get your attendance in your WhatsApp group. Okay, so here it only prints the Donald face. The remaining faces are unknown, because we didn't even train the pictures with these persons, right? We only trained with Donald picture. That's why it just print the Donald face, and the remaining faces are unknown person. Yeah, it's working properly. So let's check with one more picture and see what it's going to print. Actually, there is a WhatsApp group for masterclass members. So many of you are already in that particular group. So talk with your coordinator and try to join in that group. Then only you will get all the informations over here. It's almost 18 day, but you are saying there is no group. So the Donald and Nancy Pelosi, this person is unknown person, because we are not even trying with these phases. We only tried these two phases. Now we detected this is Donald and this is Nancy Pelosi, right? So this is how you can use face recognition using this particular library. Okay. So that's it. That's about today's session. So you can convert this 21 days masterclass into 1 month internship on Jetson AI. So in this 30 days internship, you will get all these steps like 30 days of recording sessions and presentations, 4+ exclusive project codes. You can join to the VIP community group. You will get LMS access for 90 days and you will get your confirmation letter, weekly hackathon session, mock test, assignments and tasks, and as well as you will get your internship or participation certificate. And the amount is only for 999 plus GST. So this is the registration link. This is for batch 4. Okay, and batch 4 is going to ends on coming Wednesday, I think, because we have postponed 3 classes, right? So you will get that in coming Wednesday. So while making your payment, don't forget to add all these steps. In the beginning itself, I have already told you that attendance link will be posted in your WhatsApp group, not in the live class. So your coordinator will post your attendance link in the WhatsApp group. Go and fill your attendance. So you will be doing 4+ projects with me in this internship, and batch 4 is going to end on coming Wednesday, right? Okay, so thank you all. Have a very great day. Let's catch up a tomorrow session with another topic.